Penance RPG and its affiliate sponsor, D&Dice, makers of dice for all types of heroes, proudly presents Plummet, Falling in the Dark, a Penance RPG adaptation. This bard's tale, as is customary in these parts, may contain strong adult themes, cursing, and high adventure. For now, time turns, the path is open. Let the story commence.
Welcome to episode 20 of Plummet. Who are you? What are you? And in honour of Shower with a Friend Day tomorrow, which fictional character would you most like to share a shower with? Starting with Belry.
Hey, it's me, Donny Pockets. I've been stuffed into this gross head. Oh, please don't call my head gross, please, no.
Shall I tell you AJ's answer while you're stalling, Belry?
Yes.
Okay. AJ is not with us this week because he's still doing uni work. When I asked him his response, he replied with, and I quote, "I'll go with Chewbacca. He's taller than me, and if I have a bad day, he can just give me a shower cuddle and let me know everything's going to be okay."
Oh.
Feels like he's been watching the movie Solo.
Yeah, he did link that video after that. So yes, that's AJ's answer, so we return now to Belry.
I have stalled sufficiently to come up with an answer.
Good.
I would say Rapunzel, because Rapunzel has a lot of hair. And so she's probably really good at doing that thing that girls can do, where they wrap the hair in a towel, and I've never been able to figure it out despite having long hair. And so maybe she can teach us how to do that towel thing.
I don't know if she's going to have a towel big enough to wrap all her hair.
That might be hard, yeah.
But because of the added difficulty, she's probably really good at it.
So we trundle enthusiastically towards Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Frankie. He's our human disciple. And I'm sorry, my head has just immediately gone to the gutter because it would be Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones because Indy. Sorry, Harrison Ford as Indy.
I was going to say Harrison Ford isn't a fictional character.
No, but
In the immortal youth of Indiana Jones.
The immortal youth of Indiana Jones, because that would be kick-ass fun.
Leonida?
Hello, I'm playing Stu Nicolanin, or Stunnin for short. A human skirmisher.
And yeah, I would probably take a shower with the Flash because he would be really, really fast, and then I could have the shower all to myself.
Fair enough. And finally, Ash.
Hello, I am Whispers in the Gloamage, Tabaxi's Shadow Walker, and if I had to choose a fictional character to shower with, I'd probably pick God, because that way you get the temperature of the water exactly right.
Shots fired though. Jesus.
Oh, wow, yes. And yeah, you can't broadcast that now, can you?
Of course you can.
So, screaming hysterically from that, we return to the storybook. So, what happened last week? Dragon, if you please.
The party continued along the tunnel they were in, finding an enormous stone door, barred with an equally heavy slab of stone. Following some creative teamwork, they managed to open the door, revealing a scene of tattered corpses and a long deserted garrison post. Despite the stench of death, the party pushed on, discovering amidst the debris a diary of King Edwin, inked by his scribe. Within the mouldy pages, a tale of valour and corruption was told, with the fate of those whose bones lay scattered nearby, torn to ribbons by tall, thin creatures with long sharp talons and sharper teeth. Armed with the knowledge that these creatures could still lurk in the shadows and respond to movement, the party carefully progressed down the corridor, finding several jail cells with a green glowing rune, before finding another passage leading to a frost-covered grand hall. Descending these stairs revealed another set of stairs leading up to another corridor, Only this one was full of the shambling undead. Deciding it best to explore the main hall, the party came across the creatures as several crawled from the shadows to examine the petrified group, coming mere inches from the still figures before returning to the shadows. Eventually, they came upon a door that depicted a sprawled, massive dragon. A quick examination found a small mechanism unlocked by Frankie sticking his hand inside it and then failing to remove his hand. As the spindly creatures returned, smelling blood in the air, desperation sunk in, and it was quickly decided to amputate Frankie's hand at the wrist. Several swings later, the hapless adventurers scurried inside the chamber, slamming the door behind them as the beasts devoured the left-behind hand. What greeted them inside this stone chamber was the sight of a dragon, pinned to the wall by several hundred spikes. The creature appeared to have been long decayed, yet magic pulsed from a necklace, along a chain and into a runestone. Upon the floor lay a crumpled body, with an ancient crown and blessed sword. Igneous shot an arrow into the body of the dragon, which awoke the ancient beast from its weary slumber, pleading for an end to its torment. The party assisted in removing the necklace and then the dragon from the wall. She begged them to bring her necklace to her homeland of Valdari and offered them what magic she had left in exchange, handing them a small bag containing 3 pouches of dust before dying peacefully. Immediately suspicious, Frankie took some from the bag and while attempting to check it, discovered the dust's rejuvenating properties, restoring his hand once more, creating bickering as the rest of the party immediately argued why they should have a pouch. Deciding this was not the place to discuss such matters, they eventually discovered a hidden switch to open the portcullis, revealing an exit. However, those dangerous shadow-lurking fiends were not far away, and the party became separated in their mad dash for the exit. With Igneous and Stu trapped, Igneous summoned his magical rock, Chris, to draw the beasts away. This worked up until the attempt to dramatically close the door just in time failed, leaving Chris behind with the creatures. Determined she wasn't going to leave someone behind, Stu opened the door and swung the holy sword. The creatures, dodging the blow with ease, grabbed the exposed arm and tore it free of her shoulder as the party pulled Chris through the door. This time, Stu was determined to convince everyone that the sword was worth retrieving, and, with Frankie prepped to fill the entrance with fire, they fumbled to pull the arm and sword back through the doorway, but were ultimately successful, despite Frankie receiving a vicious bite. Returning briefly to the city of Arhynn to heal up and inform Baron Gregory of their intentions with the necklace, the party had set out for the nearby Swamplands of Valdari.
And lo, the story continues. So, having returned to the city, you all healed up and packed your things to leave to go to the nearby region of Valdari.
But I would like to make myself a makeshift arm with my smithing. Yeah, or if maybe Frankie would like to give me 1 pouch of that nice powder.
We only have 1 pouch left because Frankie used one.
Yes.
Whispers
subtly pocketed the other, and you've only got 1 left in the bag, which you're all kind of avoiding the last after it meant.
Hey, I'm just kind of seeing, guys. It's like, I've got a lot less body than she does.
Who does?
Stu. Anyone, really. I got the least amount of body.
Well, I think I'm going to take you with me, Danny Satchel, and all the other bodies in there.
Who is this man who's taking me away?
If you want to keep your head, don't call me a man again.
Ah, be nice to the boy. Tyke was a lovely lad.
I'm scared. Don't let them take me away.
Don't worry, Stu's going to look after you, Tyke.
I'm gonna just tie your hair to my belt here, and you can hang from it. That will be nice.
Ow!
Did Tyke have long hair?
No, not really. That's why it hurts so.
I'm imagining Igneous has made a little pouch for him that he can see
Okay.
it and stuff.
Yeah.
A little pouch with eye holes.
Yeah, with round his ears as little bindings, so he's kind of held by his ears.
Yeah.
So, you all kind of get healed up as best you can, and you make your way out of the west side of the city, and you head off on this cart toward the nearby region of Valdari.
Just love me a nice cart ride. Do you do this often, guys?
What? Ride in a cart?
Yeah.
Well, we've had a few.
I mean, when you make as much money as I did back before I became a head, you can ride in all the carts you want.
That sounds nice. Truly love the breeze of the open air in my hair, the birds chirping and the zombie head talking. Yeah.
Hey, whatever you say, doll.
So, I don't mean to rain on your parade, but I'm really not feeling up to worthing much, and your chitter-chatter is giving me a headache.
Okay.
Frankie's not in a mood. He's just I feel crap. I don't want to know.
As you reach the outskirts of Arhynn and begin heading down sort of dirt track, the roads stop being good quality and they start becoming these rickety, sort of loose plank style roads. And you descend into what I could only describe as swampland.
Oh.
Swampland itself smells very damp. That kind of weird mud and water and
Sludge.
kind of algae smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole region seems to smell very strongly of this.
This is gonna make my hair real frizzy. That's not cool.
I think I'm gonna be sick. With all the motion of the cart. I think I'm gonna be sick.
As you descend into this region, you ask your cart driver where the nearest sort of place is, and he tells you that there's only really 2 camps left in the realm, and he's heading to the nearest one. And as you get about, let's say about a couple of miles away, you notice smoke spiraling to the sky. What do you do?
So I'm just asking the cart driver here, what's that in the smoke? Is there a town there or something?
He looks at the smoke and he seems concerned, and he tells you, do you want him to speed up or slow down?
I think we would probably want you to speed up because, we need to deliver something to the heart of the Empire, and that smoke doesn't look good.
Okay, so he cracks the whip and you begin to ride slightly more recklessly fast.
Hey, watch where you're steering. It ain't exactly stable back here.
So the cart driver speeds up and eventually you come over this hill, and ahead of you is this obvious campsite. Half of it seems to be ablaze. There are creatures sort of moving around the campsite who look like they're wearing almost feathered garb, and there are small lizard-like creatures who seem to be pushing the last of what looks like the populace into large prison carts. And there's also a cart containing corpses that seems to have bodies thrown on it. As you come over the hill and the cart driver immediately pulls the horse to a stop and stares at the sort of sight in front of him, you notice both the meat cart and the prisoner cart leave. And as they both leave, you notice that there are at least 2 or 3 of these crow-like people walking around yelling things at the lizard men. And do you remember the gigantic creatures that were full of bugs that you met before?
Yes.
There are 2 or 3 of them standing around, not seem to be doing much.
Okay, so how many are there in total?
There's about a good 30 odd of the little lizard people. There's about 5 or 6 of the crow-dressed characters, and there's about 4 of the giant, very taut-skinned birdwalkers.
And have they noticed us yet?
No.
So guys,
They currently seem to be going from burning tent to burning tent, and you hear one of them scream, "Alive, you fools! We need them alive! Maim them if you have to, but stop the killing! We have enough dead!"
Guys, do you think maybe we should try to go around this campsite and not engage these guys and try to head for the next place.
But those poor people.
Well, I mean, they're already sort of finished, right? I mean, we could always go in and try to rescue the remaining, but at what cost?
At least let me throw a fireball and see if I can wipe out some of them. At least give the people a fighting chance.
Well, I mean, half of the camp is already on fire, so I don't think you can do that much more damage, but just let me move away from you a bit, so...
Fine.
We got the safe space first.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Frankie. Mercy kill them all.
Not my intention.
Make sure we're not anywhere near Frankie.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off the cart. Frankie's gonna get off the cart and like walk a few paces away. And
as you get off the cart and begin walking down, you notice that there are two obvious, like, sort of shallow rivers that seem to go around the campsite. So, what do you want to do?
They could run to the river. We could rescue these people. I don't know. Force them to...
Well, if you shout at them first, like run to the river, and then you throw your fireball, that might work.
Okay.
To Frankie.
Frankie's just looking at them going, does nobody want to be a hero? Nobody. Fine. I suppose Frankie will do it himself. And I'm just going to shout, run to the river! There's safety there! And throw a fireball as best I can into the forces.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
5. Frankie immolates.
Hey, good job, Frankie.
So Frankie basically goes, yo, run to safety! And then, like a human torch, goes, and immediately sets himself ablaze.
Well, we're definitely safe and near the river. I'll tell you that much, guys.
There we go again. Trusty old Frankie.
In fairness,
Classic
it does have a terrifying effect on all the lizard men who back away immediately going, what the fuck is this?
I'm just gonna like starfish and just go, run you fools! And then like try and power them up.
Fly, you fools, surely.
So, what's everyone else doing while Frankie's set himself on fire? Apart from just going, that's normal for Frankie.
I think I have a crossbow. Let's see if I have a crossbow. I do have a crossbow, yes.
In my head, somebody's going, I'll go get the bucket.
Yes.
Can I spit at Frankie?
You can try.
Try and help put him out.
I don't know how you're going to spit that far, but you can definitely try.
I'll try my best. I can't really do much, but Frankie's been an hour.
I'll move up to Frankie and try to put him out, and then Danny can spit him at the same time as I try to put out.
What are you using to put Frankie out?
I'm just gonna roll him on the ground.
Okay. You roll Frankie on the ground, the flames go out relatively quickly, but Frankie's now covered in a thick layer of mud and bugs.
Yes. We've a good team there, Stu.
Well, yeah, we do. So now we got a mud-covered disciple that's not on fire. That's good.
Frankie is now completely covered in a thick layer of mud and bugs, and he's like, as he stands up and looks at his arms, he notices at least 2 or 3 like big beetles like crawling up his arm.
I couldn't hate you more right now.
Well, I'm just gonna hold up Danny, like, to eat the bugs, because I know he likes food.
Roll for Danny to eat the bugs.
Feeding the zombie side.
Danny just manages to graze Frankie's arm with a bite.
I mean, I guess it'll do in a pinch. It's no human flesh, but these bugs are alright.
Are we going to have to start calling you Renfield?
Hey, that's a reference I don't get.
Oh.
I gave you lives, small lives.
No
bugs
biting.
and flies. Anyway.
I was trying to get the bugs off you. Just watch out. Don't move, Frankie. Yeah, Kevlar, I might get some of that arm.
Get away.
I'm just gonna like sludge myself back towards the cart.
Say, Frankie, you been grass-fed.
If you're not careful, I'm going to knock you off your hook. And we might lose you somewhere. And all you'll have is yourself. That poor little tyke.
Yeah, well, I heard a story about a baby going down the river in a sort of a small boat, so maybe a zombie head going down the river in a small boat would be...
He'd likely sink to the bottom.
Hey, you guys wouldn't want to do that to the kid now, would you?
Yes, that's why leaving him somewhere is much kinder.
Yeah.
Don't leave me alone, Frankie. I don't know what I did.
Don't worry, we'll leave you with some sheep or something.
I don't think we can leave you alone. We've got plenty of company in there.
I was always scared of sheep. They headbutt me.
Oh, the goat. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the situation down in the camp now?
The lizard men have backed off Frankie despite the fact that you've rolled him in mud. The crow people are quite taken aback by this fact the immolated wizard has appeared, and they are also backing off. The broodwalkers are very slowly trudging towards you. So you have 4 enormous brood creatures walking towards you.
Nice. So, Frankie, you want to do some more of that fireball thingies on the broodwalkers? Because you told me that they're sort of susceptible to fire.
Can you wait till I clean the muck out of my eyes, please? I kind of need my eyesight to aim.
Well, yeah, of course. But I mean, it's good that you're covered in muck now because it will be harder for you to set yourself on fire again.
I mean, being able to aim never really helped you very much before, Frankie.
I'll just pray to the saints, Mother.
And I will move away from Frankie before he starts shooting fireballs again.
Frankie's just
outside.
Frankie, you
gonna
roll to shoot a fireball?
gonna mumble a prayer to Karen. No, I'm not.
Frankie,
I've not been
again,
answered.
immolates. All the mud dries solid on him,
Oh crap!
and he begins cooking from the inside.
It's really hot in here.
We're gonna need a lot of that spit, Danny.
Oh, and here I thought that couldn't possibly happen twice.
Where have you been for the last 20 weeks?
Seriously, every episode.
In a hat box. I mean, it's statistically improbable.
This is why I don't gamble.
So, Whispers, you want to help me go fling this burning mud brick into the water?
Yeah, let's try and get him put out.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just gonna push him into the water.
Yes.
Okay, roll to push Frankie into the water. You push Frankie into the water. Frankie is basically like a solid block. Frankie, roll to see if you land face up or face down in the water.
I am literally just imagining my drowning right now.
You land face up, you're fine. Although you are beginning to sink very slowly.
Yes.
Um,
we will take her up out of the water, yeah.
Someone?
Hey, maybe if I had a body, I could help. Just saying.
Well, now you don't need to use your spit, though, so you can salivate some more in your
Hey,
bag.
but think how much better I could spit if I could also move to things that needed spat on.
Yes, we don't want that, do we? I'm just gonna try to pull him out of the water.
He's basically, as I said, he's made all the mud go hard as stone effectively all around him, so he's basically stuck now in a starfish position.
Yes. But I think yes, we'll still have to
You might have to
drag him
crack
out.
the mud if you want him to move again.
Well, yeah, but we need to drag him out of the water first so he doesn't drown.
How deep
There
is
is
the
that,
water?
yeah.
Just tip me up. Just tip me upward so I'm like standing in the water and then
How-
chip away.
How
Yeah,
deep
that
is
might
the
be good.
water that Stu's about to wade into?
It's about waist deep.
Hey, I can't breathe down here.
You don't have any lungs.
Well, that was a good idea. So
That's
we'll just tip Frankie up so he stands in the water instead,
Okay.
and we can just soften up the mud with the water and then get it off him.
Okay, so you've got Frankie standing in a starfish pose in the water as these gigantic broodwalkers are getting closer.
I
What do
would
you
love
do?
to have a camera right now, but I don't know what a camera is, so
I like that that's apparently my drowning noise.
What?
That noise that I just did before.
well, I will probably just get Frankie free as soon as possible so we can fire more fireballs.
Okay, do you want to try and break the mud around him?
Well, I mean the mud around him should be softening up from the water, right?
It's from the lower, but it's still cold water, so it's not really softening when you've like properly hardened the mud.
Hey,
They become
Frankie,
like
set,
bricks around him.
Frankie, set yourself on fire again.
No!
How much possibility is there that I can take his super fire staff and use it myself?
You could probably just take it out of his hand.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do that then. I'm gonna take the
Leave
staff from
Frankie
him.
standing like a statue. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Hey, that's a good idea. Take all his stuff and just leave him there.
Yeah.
Aye!
You can't really
From
get any
now-
more of his stuff because it's encased under mud, but yeah.
From now on, you're gonna be known as Mr. Starfish. Just so you know. And then I will shoot the fireball at the...
Natural one! You explode in a gigantic ball of fire.
Hey, goddammit, why'd you bastards keep trying to send me on fire?
19.
I'm beginning to think that it's not the Frankie, I think it's the staff.
Danny is completely on fire, and the last of the flesh on Danny's beginning to burn away, leaving just this talking skull.
Oh jeez.
Oh no.
I'm melting, guys.
Well, I'm just
That's my
gonna
face.
I'm just gonna dip down in the water.
Danny is a
And-
melting skull. Stu is currently, considerably on fire. Get
I'm
dunked
standing in the
underwater.
river, so I'm just gonna dip down and set, remove
The
the,
water
fire from
around
me
you is
and Danny.
beginning to bubble.
Okay.
Frankie's just gonna look at him going, ha! Not easy, is it?
I feel like stew. By which I mean the cooked meat thing, not like this the guy whose hip I'm attached to. I mean lady.
Yeah. Sounds
Danny
nice.
is still on fire. Even though he's somewhat underwater, Danny is basically just burning quite badly. Stu is also burning despite being underwater. And
Yeah,
the fire
we
is
could have
taking a bit
used-
more to get out than you'd think.
What
We
is
could have
Whispers
used a
doing?
guy with an ice mage now, but
Whispers is probably face palming right now.
We're
going,
supposed to
"Oh
be standing by the
God,
carts watching this going, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm currently carrying a very important necklace. I don't want to get lost.
no.
The
So
Bootwalkers have stopped and start looking at the sort of statue of Frankie, which they now don't know whether it's real or not. And since Stu has currently pulled herself underwater, they don't know where she is. So they've stopped and they're looking around, going like, and because Whispers is standing by the cart, just kind of idly, they don't seem to notice her either. So, are you doing anything now that you've got one of you's become a statue, and two of you?
You want to try a bit harder to put us out, doll? Hey, that's a much better
I'm a little
like
bit
drowning
stuck.
sound than I did.
I'm a little bit stuck, and what do we do?
Yeah,
We
this
haven't
is-
noticed.
this is like-
Looking at us.
this is the translation from that what I just said earlier, that we should just keep hiding now and they will probably go away since they don't have any enemies left.
You guys should stick me in one of them bags. It's the only way we can get out of here. Just saying.
No.
Frankie's just gonna stand still.
I mean,
You
can't
can't
really
do
do
much else.
I can't move anyway.
I miss having a face, guys.
So this is just us hiding and waiting for the Broodwalkers to walk away.
Do we roll?
Frankie, roll to see what the Bootwalkers do. 7. If the Bootwalkers just walk back away and start going back to where they were guarding, they just assume that you've disappeared somehow because you're now a solid statue that you can breathe and that's about all you can do. Well, and shout, obviously. But because you're not moving, they just think you're a statue. And Stu is currently underwater and has finally gone out.
Yay.
Okay, I think the coast is clear. Stop!
Yeah,
Stop!
Stu will sort of sneakily stand up behind Frankie and just slowly, and
Right.
just... Yeah. I think that's the taking the shower thing again here, but yeah, this is not what I imagined.
This is not how I pictured this
This
thing
is a
going.
bath, though, not a shower.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm no Indiana Jones.
Can we sort of slowly try to chip away at Frankie so we can set him free?
Yep. Roll to hit him with something heavy.
No, not heavy. I said slowly and easily.
Okay, hit him with something to chip away the mud.
Yeah.
Yep, you begin chipping away the mud. Are you doing his torso or his arms or legs first?
I think we'll start with the head, sort of
Not
from
the head!
upside down.
Okay, you chip away at Frankie's head. Frankie can now move his head and his neck again.
Nice.
Are you gonna do his arms, legs, or torso next?
I think we should probably do his arms so he can help himself.
Please God, don't chop my arm off.
Well, I mean, you have one powder left, so
Yep. You chip away at Frankie's arms. Eventually, he can move his arms again.
I'm gonna help.
You want to do the rest yourself now?
Give me back my staff.
Here's your
Okay,
staff.
so Frankie, your arms are now completely hairless as well.
Ugh.
Ooh,
I feel
like that. I like that look.
exfoliated. I feel extensively exfoliated.
Yes,
And actually clean.
where do you do your spa treatments?
Here, apparently. Right.
So, what's the plan next? Are you doing your torso or your legs, or are you just going to fire with your staff now?
I'm not going to fire anything. I'm just going to like use the end of my staff to like bend it out and like knock it out from the. Because I'm assuming it's in the water now. So.
What, your legs?
Lots
Yes,
of-
your legs are.
yeah.
Yes. Are you doing your legs or your chest?
I'll do my legs first.
Okay, roll. Yep. You crack mud around your legs. Again, you feel a sort of tearing sensation as all the hair on your lower half is removed.
Ooh, silk appeal. Probably gonna have to edit that out because it's probably commercial, but
So,
I'd
now your
still
legs are
have
free and you
sweet.
can move again. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna.
I say keep the mud on your torso because, I mean, that might work as an armor.
Yeah, it's like a chest plate.
Yeah.
For now, I might actually do that because.
Frankie can't really bend at the moment, but he's got incredibly strong armor.
But he can break.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you'd keep it
Well,
then.
Maybe a little bit extra padding, but I can't really turn and bend.
You don't have to bend. You're just shooting fireballs at yourself all the time, so don't worry.
You can tilt, but you can't bend.
Okay.
I'm now imagining Franken as a pinball machine.
Pinball wizard, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a staff, you're a wizard.
I suppose. It's just as good as being a disciple.
Right, okay. So, what are you doing now?
So maybe now we should go with my other suggestion to just, travel around the village or the camp instead of trying to engage the enemies.
Yes, let's do that plan.
Okay. You hear
Okay.
a shriek, and as you look to your left, you notice one of the lizard men dragging, it looks like a survivor out from underneath the building, and is dragging him towards the cart at the back of the village.
Yes, this is normally where my emotions of heroism would kick in, but seeing how we've fared now, no, I don't think so.
We can always track. Why don't we just get in the cart and track them from a distance?
Yeah, we actually need to get the gem to the right place, so since we're doing, not that good today, it might be better to just focus on that mission for now, and maybe that will save many more people later on.
Okay, so you sort of maneuver your way back to the cart. How are you going to get past this burning sort of settlement?
Can we move over one of the side rivers because it wasn't that deep? Can we get the cart over to the side?
You can roll and see.
Will we all get out the cart except for Whispers, so that it's lighter?
That sounds like a good idea, yeah.
And then
I don't know if it gets easier, but everyone should try to get it over.
Okay.
Oh.
You get the cart into the riverbank itself. The cart begins to gently float. The horse seems alarmed and tries to bolt as it's being pulled under the water.
No, darling, don't do that.
You
Well,
can swim.
yeah, and I mean, it was
Yeah.
only waist deep.
Are you going to
calm
try
the
and
horse
unhook
down.
the horse so it's not
Is it-
held as deep, or are you going to just assume that the horse can swim and it's fine, it's just panicking?
Maybe
We're
he
just-
never got his 5 meters dash.
We should probably just, grab the reins of the horse and drag it up the other side.
Yes, someone get up front and guide it.
Someone who's good with animals.
Who is good with animals?
Oh, let's see. I don't really know.
I have a little bit of animal handling, guys, but I don't know if it'll work.
In fairness, you are slightly more handicapped than the rest of them.
Just a little bit.
I have 2 animal handling.
I think
Now you're being ableist.
Animal handling, Frankie has 2. The only other person is Danny.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I'll try and guide up poor thing.
Okay. You pull the horse up the other side. It's not happy, but you do it. The
Alright.
cart is still in the river. Are you gonna lift the cart up, or are you gonna just try and hope the horse can pull it up? What are you gonna do?
I suggest you push.
Well, we push and the horse can... You drag the horse because, I mean, it's not weighing that much being in the water. So just...
Of course.
Can I
Come,
use my
madam.
strength for this?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
offer moral support.
5, right? Let's see. Yeah.
You can do it, Stu. I believe in you.
Well, of
Tiny
course
voice.
I can.
Yes.
Yeah, go, Stu.
You shove the cart up the other side. You've managed to fjord at least one river, and you're now basically on the same area as the settlement.
See, you got
Now,
some.
the problem is that this is swampland, so there's like one dry path out, and that is the way that the meat cart and the prison cart went. Do you want to ride through the sort of settlement to get out the door, or do you want to try and fjord another river?
I don't know, but you've got some really big looking.
Are there any monsters in the way?
I think it's
No,
just
it's-
a burning
it's-
city.
All off to the side, this is the burning settlement. You do see more people being dragged from like hiding holes to like this prison cart by these lizard men.
Did you see there was a meat cart? Because I could probably go for a bit of meat.
There is a cart of like corpses that's sitting just the other side of the...
I mean, that's technically meat. Yeah, guys, we're all pretty hungry, right?
Well, you ain't got a stomach to fill, so don't worry about it. It's
And
all
I'm
in
not
your
a-
head.
And we're not cannibals, I'm
I
afraid.
mean, all I've got's head at the minute, to be fair.
Yes, my point exactly.
I don't know, do we try the other river or do we go... Is the fire, like, widespread or is there...
It's quite widespread, it's sort of spreading across the whole camp. There's a couple of tents that are not on fire yet.
So there is like a safe passage through the town.
Yes, but you would run into the broodwalkers
Villagers.
and the
Oh,
folk in the sort of village
I'm
outfits.
thinking another fjord. Yeah.
Alright. Let's try this again with...
I mean,
Nice.
It's easier than trying to kill like monsters and stuff.
True.
If we all catch dysentery, it's not my fault.
It's alright, I'm a wizard, I'll think of something.
Okay, so again, first of all, getting the cart into the lake.
Right, I'll guide the horse then again. And animal handling.
Yeah, I'll just go with the
Oh dear.
cart.
The horse doesn't want to go in the water again. The cart is beginning to tip onto its side.
Frankie's going to hurriedly whisper a song from the tales of Karen and the Smotherers
Into the horse.
into the horse's ear to try and calm it.
It's alright, my pretty, let me tell you about this lovely little song.
The horse is quite confused and seems to sort of calm a little bit. Cart is still on its side, is not on its side yet, but it's beginning to get onto its side.
I'm just gonna try to get it erect again.
I didn't think you had animal handling.
So we can do a cart. So the cart is now evened out and is now back into the river. Again, it's sort of bobbing lightly in the water, and the horse is not happy.
Frankie's gonna keep quietly singing his song. Just going, we're nearly there.
Yep.
Nearly there.
Roll to get the horse out of the river.
Nearly there, my pretty.
Okay, the horse is up out of the bank. It looks very annoyed and covered in mud from like the middle leg down.
I'm so sorry. I will get a nice big brush for you and we'll groom you as soon as possible.
So it's now trying to get the cart out of the river. Yep, you shove the cart, it comes out of the river at the other side. It's very waterlogged now, but it's out. So you're now off to the side of the main road, and ahead of you there are the sort of meat cart and the prisoner cart. What do you do?
I don't think we should maybe sit in the cart. At least not for a little while.
No, I think we should maybe just, trot along the cart and the horse.
Yes. We should
Yeah.
try and groom her as we go, as an apology for all the naughty things we did. I'm very sorry.
So basically what you're doing now, you've just pulled this horse out of two sort of swamp rivers. What are you going to do?
Check its legs over to make sure she hasn't got any leeches stuck in it.
Yep,
Oh, that's
roll.
a good plan.
Yeah.
You look down, it's so covered in mud you can't tell if it's got anything stuck to it, but the horse seems very unhappy.
Frankie's gonna start pulling things out of her mane and try and get some of it off.
I know how you feel, my dear.
Okay, roll to see how the horse reacts to you doing this.
Oh,
Add
no.
animal handling. It seems quite content with you doing it, it seems very happy to let you sort of groom it, but it seems to give you a sort of look of never again.
I'm sorry. I promise you, never. I mean, no, we won't be doing that again.
Okay, off to the side, you hear a... and the two wagons, the prison wagon and the meat wagon, begin moving off. You notice that the meat wagon seems to be dragging quite heavily behind it as if it's very overloaded. And following the meat wagon seems to be a procession of these folk in crow armour and the lizard men. It seems that the giant broodwalkers are just staying behind. Are you going to wait for them all to go past? Or are you going to engage them? What are you going to do?
I suppose the question is whether we want to be sort of warriors of justice, or whether we want to try and get to the centre of this place with this necklace and fix all the problems that way.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking maybe we should, try to get to the center with the necklace. So just,
We are rather low on numbers today.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're
yes.
looking at this from like a utilitarian sort of perspective, I think it makes the most sense to give me a body.
Well, I mean, we could just fling you into the midst of them, and then you can just eat them all up,
I mean,
Since
like
you're
you said,
undead and everything.
I ain't got no stomach.
No, that's why you
can't
can
really-
eat all of them, because you
You
will
ain't
never
got no
get
skin
full.
neither.
Yeah, I ain't got no skin.
Your skull now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having skin, you don't realize until it's gone how much you miss having skin.
You
I'm
know
not
how much it vibrates when it hits your skull, Lorraine?
He's not wrong, to be honest. I did used to like having a face.
I am very sorry for you, Tyke, and for your poor father, Iggy. He's not going to be very happy with what we've done.
Hey, maybe it'd be a nice surprise for him to see his son running around again instead of just being a skull.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm thinking we have something we could do for you instead if you want to. I have this magic marker here.
Are you going to draw skin back on using the marker?
Yes.
Colour him in, basically.
It's basically an eyeliner pencil you have then. It's like crushed ash. Are you wanting to draw on Tyke?
Yes. Yes.
Is Tyke going to let you draw on him, or is he going to try and bite you?
I mean, there's not a lot I can do to stop him. I mean, it's vandalism. These guys are no good petty crooks. But there ain't a lot I can do to stop. I might try and bite a finger or something, I guess.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I'm on. You wanted to have some skins that you can just paint it on you, so you will feel better.
I mean, that ain't skin, though.
Right. If we're all done bickering,
Oh, gee.
what are we doing about these monsters in front of us? Are
We're
we
just
waiting
gonna
till
we're
they
just gonna
pass, or-
hide. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
hide.
So
Let's get low.
the wagon keeps rolling on, and you hear like the sound of like kind of like crashing and thrashing as it's sort of moving along. As you look into the road, it's like, because the road's all these like planks that have been lying around, it seems to be like pulling up the occasional plank as it goes along. It's like it's got a bad wheel and it's just like ripping up the road behind it.
Are they going into the direction that we're supposed to go to as well?
They're going towards the sort of middle of the region, yes.
Yeah. So we can just follow them on a safe distance. Yeah.
Yep.
So guys, do you want to follow them like way behind so we get to the place we're going? Just at a safe distance, or what do you think?
Yeah, good do. I mean, at least this way we know that the road is solid enough to take our weight.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you waiting for them to be out of sight before you follow on, or are you going to follow on just at the end, or what are you going to do?
Probably out of sight, sort of almost out of sight, as far as we can, just...
Okay. As you notice them getting out of sight, you hear a high-pitched scream cut very short.
From the wagons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, someone has expired.
Yes.
You hear a very loud creaking and then crash sound as well.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like they were attacked by something.
No, they're slow. I'm assuming something there.
Frankie's gonna look over. Can we see them from where we are? Yes.
Nope.
No.
Maybe they just twisted their ankle, guys.
We should
In a loud
approach.
crash? I don't think so.
Maybe they were really heavy.
We should maybe have a stealthy person check it out from a distance.
Yeah, from a distance, but that if Whispers want to leave the gem with us and maybe sneak up and see what's happening?
I don't trust you guys with it. It's my shiny.
Of course you don't. I imagine that, but none of us are very stealthy.
It's my well, I'll probably sneak up a little bit. It's still my shiny.
Yes, it's your shiny golem. Don't worry about it.
Okay. As you sort of sneak up ahead, you hear the sound of whips and then you hear, heave! 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 And as you look forward, you notice that the lizard men have been roped in to pull the meat wagon out of what seems... It seems that the bridge they were on, the next one, has collapsed under the weight, and they're using the lizard men to pull the cart free of the sort of remnants of the bridge.
I will sneak back and tell people. Looks like they broke the bridge.
Oh, shit.
So, there's a corpse wagon in our way.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's got over the bridge, and they have pulled it free, but it's taken a lot of time.
I say surprise attack.
Should we
On
just go
this-
for broke and just fucking kill them? Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing.
We've been cautious, but if
Yes.
we want to reach our destination, we're going to have to pick up speed.
Yeah, Ali.
looks like we haven't got much choice in the matter.
No, and the broodwalkers are not with them anymore, so that's cool.
Right. Let's get a lay of the land then.
Yes.
How do we want to do this?
I'm thinking that maybe, Frankie, if you go center sort of in front of us and do the fireball thingy that you're so great at, then maybe me and the Whispers can like go to the sides and use our distance range weapons, you know, just sort
Yes.
of triangulate them inside, you know.
Yes.
That's like a sensible plan.
Alright. I suppose you want me to basically waltz up there and go, Huzzah! Magic!
Maybe we'll start with me and Whispers like shooting from the, I would say bushes, but I don't think there's much bushes here. But you know,
Well, find a
They-
tree. at
they
least.
won't. Yeah, we can at least hide behind a tree or something
Find
and shoot
something
them.
to hide in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they won't know what hit them, so they will be disoriented for a while first.
Alright. Do you want to throw me a signal or shall I just guess?
Well, I could make a sound like, a zombie skull that's really itching for magic marker face when it's time.
I like this plan.
I mean, I can't say I share your sentiment.
A vital part of the plan. You're the signal.
Yes.
I mean, what do I look like to you, a pair of maracas?
No.
No, it's only
Just
one
a
of you.
single.
I thought it was like the one thing, was like the pegs. It's like comes in 2 bits. Sorry, I've got a bit of biscuit in my mouth if you can hear that crunches.
Right. Good luck, everybody. I'll meet you in the middle, I suppose.
Yes.
He's gonna walk over to the area that he needs to be.
Okay.
Yep.
Now the bridge has collapsed, you will have to cross the bridge before you can engage them.
Ah.
Are you going to examine the bit that's collapsed, or are you just going to just bring the car up to it and try?
Yeah, let's check it out first, in case it's
Yeah.
collapsed deliberately.
Okay. So you roll the cart up towards the bridge, you look into the bridge, it looks like it's collapsed under the weight, like it was old and waterlogged effectively. Like it didn't look like the wood was that strong. Can everyone do me a awareness check, please?
Do I count as everyone or not? Just wondering.
You don't count at the moment.
Frankie sees nothing.
Well, I got a 20, so I probably see something.
You look down and you notice that amongst the sort of broken remnants of the bridge, there seems to be like a couple of pieces of lizard man, and there seems to also be some rather spiky looking logs.
Looks like a trap then.
Spiky looking log.
Yeah, it seems like the spiky logs might have sort of fell down on them as they passed.
When I say spiky looking logs, I mean logs with a sort of spiky looking top part to them. I don't mean like...
Yeah, like for a barrier kind of logs.
They don't look like trap ones, they look like they've got an unnatural pattern on the side of them.
Oh.
Like, they
Can we
might not
make-
actually be logs, they might be creatures that are going to go snap it a bit.
Yeah, maybe we should back off and let Frankie do the fireball thingy on them.
I thought we couldn't engage them until we were over the bridge.
Not the animal, the logs, or the looking like logs.
Oh, the logs. Sorry, I thought you were... Yep,
Yeah.
I can do that.
So we'll just back away on a safe distance and be ready to put Frankie out.
I'm so lonely. It's so lonely being a wizard.
19.
Huzzah!
You send a massive ball of fire into the sort of pit in front of you. And as you do this, you hear the sound of like splashing. And you look down, several of the logs have suddenly moved, darted underwater. The rest of the sort of wreckage is burning, and the bridge itself has caught fire. but you notice those logs swimming to the side, and they are indeed some form of large crocodile.
The very strange creatures.
Yes.
Right.
Is there a way for us to hurry the cart along?
If we want to get our cart across, we're going to have to fix a bridge first, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. Can we, just
Tinkering?
tinkering or
How
something?
badly do we actually want to keep the cart?
I don't think we need the cart at all, actually. I mean, they won't be moving very fast with their cart, so...
No. I suppose we could leave it here.
Yeah.
Could just
And the
get
horse would
forward.
probably be happier for it, so...
Yes. Though I don't think she'll really be happy in the swamp.
we can always go back for later on.
We might be just bring the horse and leave the cart behind.
Yes. Probably try faster just with the horse.
Yes. I mean, and then the cart can dry up as well, because since it's a kind of waterlogged and stuff like that. We're not actually riding it anyways, so...
Right. I'm gonna try and unhook the horse and lead her as is.
Okay, the cart driver kind of seems quite confused as to what the hell you're doing.
We had a driver?
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
Then why wasn't he, freaking... Never mind. Comforting the
Yeah,
horse.
Because he's the
Why did I
standard,
have to do it?
Because he's the standard, Jobsworth.
You're crap at your
The
job,
idea
you
of
know
being
that.
left behind. I thought we were driving the cart. Therefore, there wasn't any person to leave behind with it.
Well, we just leave him with the cart then.
Yes. He can
Right.
guard the cart.
You'll be
If he
alright
doesn't-
on your
He
own.
don't want to come along, though. I mean, he'd
think
probably
he-
be safer at the cart.
I'm surprised he wasn't ranting and raving at us as we dragged him through 2 fjords.
Well, he's more kind of as long as you're willing to do it, he's happy to just go along with it, because he's basically just in charge of the cart.
Right, we'll just leave him here then.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
try and make our way across, I suppose.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
not
if we've
going
got
to
a
go
person
well.
here, he can always take the cart and horse back. And then we won't need to worry about leaving the horse loose in the swamp either.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
help
so-
some people on the way back.
Yeah, just let's let him take the cart back. We can probably get some other
Okay,
means of
so you're just telling him to just take the cart back?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't the right sort of terrain, really.
He looks at you sort of up and down and goes, well, how do I get past the biggins?
Well, you see what we did when we got over the fjords?
Yeah,
Good luck,
I'm
sir.
not strong like you.
Well, you can wait here for us then if you want to. Do as you please. But we can't get you and the cart over the bridge here that's broken, so we're just gonna head on foot. So, do as you wish.
You bastards.
Yes, we're known as bastards. We take pride in that.
In fairness, you could have easily have dropped us off at the edge of the swamp and buggered off.
Well,
You didn't have to come to the swamp with us.
I was told I needed to keep Danny safe if I wanted my pay.
Oh, yeah. The lies we tell ourselves.
I mean, that is true. So don't go calling me a bastard, you bastard. I'm not gonna lie, I just really like saying bastard in this accent.
Best.
Well, maybe I could leave you Danny as company if you want to. He's not much use to us anyway, so it
Hey,
seems...
don't leave me with this mook.
He's been told to look after you, so really?
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's just go, guys.
Okay. The cart driver grumpily turns the cart round and bolts straight in towards the sort of settlement you've just driven through and gets stuck almost immediately.
Well, that's sort of good because now he won't be running into those brood monsters, whatever. We'll come back for you later. Don't worry about it.
Well, maybe. Not like we've been paid it yet after all, so we may just keep on going.
I do feel for the poor horse. Such a reckless owner.
Try not to die before we get back, you bastard.
Right, let's try and figure out a way across. Bridgeless bridge.
It shouldn't be a problem for us
Okay,
to go over
so-
the bridge.
The horse and the cart have now sort of are effectively just dealing with the other side, so now it's just the group of you. What are you going to do about getting across this now burning bridge?
How far is the bridge and how big is the gap? I mean, can we just go down and go
The gap
over?
is maybe about 5-10 meters.
Are there any trees around?
There's not so much trees, there's more just... So it's like swampland, so there's more like sort of reeds and stuff like that around. It's not really got many trees.
No vines hanging around we can, like, do
Not
the torso
really, no.
over?
Is there a way down to the shore?
Yeah, you can make your way
we
down
just
to
cross?
the edge of the swamp, yes. There are
Yeah.
several very annoyed looking crocodiles looking at you.
Those seem slightly easier to dispatch than the other little fiends.
I mean, we could just, break up the cart and build a bridge out of it.
The cart's gone now, technically.
Well, it got stuck, you said, so I mean, it can get
Alright,
that
okay,
far.
if you want to go find the cart and take it apart.
I could just launch a couple of fireballs and I could make a path.
Yeah.
A safer
Or-
path.
We could find a witch, though, and try to build a bridge out of her, but...
Do you want me to try? Alright, I'm gonna go on down to the shore. This is ridiculous. Let's go and try and get this thing done.
I'm gonna wander down the shore and keep my wits about me. The alligators and stuff.
Point my staff.
So you get down to the edge of the swamp. There are at least 3 very, very angry looking crocodiles looking at you.
Are they quite large, or are
Yes.
they? Frankie's gonna pick up a rock and toss it in over them. See how quick they are.
You throw a rock over them, one of them immediately snaps up and snaps out of the air. You notice that its jaws are probably about maybe 1.5 meters. It's quite big jaws.
Oh, pretty. Your teeth are pretty.
And he's just gonna back off.
All about to eat you with.
Maybe we should just go up here and, shoot them up from up here and just kill them.
Yes, that sounds like a wise idea. I just wanted to test the water. Face our enemy, so to speak.
Yes,
I mean-
yes.
I don't think the water needs that much testing. We know it's full of alligators or crocodiles. I can never really tell the difference.
I wonder if they like zombie skull for dinner.
I mean, there ain't a lot of meat on me, I'll be honest.
Let's
Shall
see
we?
meat on you.
The new contest, who eats who?
Shall we take
Two.
Yes, let's kill them. I'm just gonna fire a crossbow at one of the crocodiles.
Okay. Yep, you shoot an arrow into it, it just bounces off the crocodile, and the crocodile just looks at you really fucking angry.
Well, arrows don't seem to...
No.
Right, I'll try a fireball then. Everybody step back.
Yes, we all step back.
What if I could, buddy? What if I
yes,
could?
definitely back, out of the way, out of
Yep.
range of the fireball.
Not in range at all.
Oh God.
You shoot a fireball at the water around it, it doesn't seem to react or move back, it just seems to give you a look of if I'm gonna fucking kill you when I catch you.
I think we
And
just...
it begins to slowly start moving towards you.
I think we just pissed it off even more.
Yes.
Shall we
It
try
doesn't
and...
seem to
kill
be
them.
even swimming towards you at a really sort of slow, deliberate pace, as in it's, if you'd been an animal, you wouldn't notice it moving.
Pretty beastie.
I'm gonna get the crossbow and I'm gonna try and aim for its eyes and shoot it.
Okay, roll. Yep, you shook an arrow right into the side of its eye. It seems to sort of shudder, and it keeps blinking with the other eye. It's not dead. It's just very angry now that you've shot one of its eyes out.
And I'll aim for the other eye now.
Okay, roll. Nope, miss. It's nearly at the riverbank now.
Yeah, I'm going to aim for the other eye.
Oh jeez, let's hope its depth perception isn't any good anymore.
And I mean, we're not at the riverbank, we're actually up there, so we're still far away from it.
Nope.
Fireball, Frankie, please.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the crocodile's turn.
The crocodile is just basically slowly swimming towards the bank. If you miss, the crocodile will be next to one of you.
Frankie's just gonna launch a fireball then and try and delay. No, I'm
Nope.
not. It's a 3.
Frankie immolates again. In an attempt to scare the crocodile off, Frankie immolates again.
Panics.
The crocodile just seems to sort of... It looks like it's looking at you with a kind of... Yes. So the crocodile is now on the bank. It's moving very slowly up towards Frankie. It's going to try and bite him. No, it's too perturbed by the fire. So it's now back round to... well, technically it's Danny, but Danny can't really do anything, can he?
Would it
No.
be unreasonable to suggest that I dislodge a tooth and try and spit it at its other eye?
I don't think you could do that just from the power of will.
No, from like my tongue.
What tongue?
Oh shit, yeah. I've got no tongue.
Hey, I tried.
So it's now at Whispers.
I shall keep aiming at the eye.
Okay, roll. Nope. You bounce it off its head, it just seems more angry and it turns its head towards you going... his mouth open, quite determined to sort of like try and... It's like it's trying to stop you hitting it in the eye by putting its face in the way.
And I'll make sure I stay out of its reach.
Okay. Second shot. You manage to just scrape the edge of the eye, but you don't get the full shot. It seems very angry. Very, very angry now. It tries to savage someone. Who can it savage? Let's see. Let's do Danny, Frankie, and Stu then. It hits Frankie.
Ah!
Does it do anything? No. It's again sort of slightly perturbed by the fact that Frankie's on fire.
Keep being on fire. It seems to be working.
It's now Stu.
Yeah, it's time for the magic rune hammer bashing of a lifetime.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey, you be careful with my
You
hammer.
swing down, you crack it on the back, it just looks angry, does nothing to it.
And here we go again.
Nope. Again, it just seems really pissed off that you've tried to punch it with a hammer. It's very well armoured.
You sure you're using that right? I used that thing to kill a dragon.
It's a magic rune hammer. I mean, it should do something to it.
Stop backseat fighting.
I don't think you're using it right, bud.
I think I'll just connect your head to it and just yeah.
I don't see how that would really help.
It's
I'll give
now
him a wing magic rune hammer.
Seeing that it's slightly freaked out at how he's inflamed, he's gonna gesture towards it and then cast another fireball and try and blast it away.
Roll. Nope. You cast another fireball, it explodes next to it. It doesn't deter it for long. What does it do? It snaps towards Frankie but doesn't do much else. It's now Whispers.
Shoot crossbow bolts at it and probably miss.
Nope. The arrow just bounces off it. Yep, arrow just bounces off it. It's very well armoured and it's just very, very angry. It again is too busy just being angry at Frankie to do anything else. So it's now back to Stu.
Well, I'll have a crack at it with my holy sword instead then.
Okay. Nope.
Nice.
Holy sword does nothing again, just bounces off with ease. Nah, doesn't do anything. The creature looks more annoyed that you've swung at it. It's Frankie.
It must be some sort of holy alligator, guys.
Yeah.
Again, just try and fireball it. Frankie's got nothing else. Woo!
Natural 20. You hit it in the mouth with a fireball. It seems very angry and starts snapping its jaws violently and rushes back into the water.
Swallow it.
Okay, the creature is away for the moment. What are you going to do while the creature's away?
Run across the
Run
water.
across quickly.
Swim across the water as quickly as possible.
So, you swim across. There are 3 crocodiles in the water. Can everyone do me a dodge roll, please, to see how you get on swimming across, if you are going to swim across.
Very quickly. Can we add anything to this?
Not really. I can't really.
Oh,
Unless I blow hard enough.
So, all 3 of you are fine. You get across. There's a very loud snapping sound from the crocodiles. Danny, do me a dodge roll.
I mean, how?
Yes, you need to know if you're getting bitten off the belt or not. No.
I guess I'm stuck in this alligator from now on.
Danny gets grabbed off the belt. You hear a crunching sensation. This is the end of Danny Satchel.
Oh.
Tyke.
Who eats who? Yeah.
So,
Oh no.
the 3 of you are all fine, but Danny Satchel has finally been, well, he might live on in pieces inside the crocodile, but he has been crunched.
You should have given me a body, you bastards.
We
Stu, how could you do it? Now you'll have to explain to Iggy how you lost his son. Again.
Well, I'll just tell him about all the fireballs, and he'll understand.
Oh, you're putting this as my fault.
Of course I am.
You're the one he was attached to.
Well, he wasn't that attached to me, though.
I mean, for what it's worth, it's true I didn't really like the guy.
Exactly, he kept calling me Guy all the time.
So you sort of get back up to the back of the road and dust off as you look down and see the one crocodile with an arrow through its eye give you the sort of "I'm gonna be haunting you" look, and the other one who's happily crunching away at the remnant skull of Danny Satchel.
The next time we see that alligator, I'm going to make boots out of skin.
You say that.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe you will be walking around with a live alligator on your feet then, but...
Oh, an alligator. Oh, in its belly.
If it does bite Frankie's foot off, he technically does for one split second make boots out of it.
Exactly.
Technically, his foot is still inside the alligator, so the alligator would then become a boot.
Yeah.
Like, permanently, at least until his foot's digested.
Oh, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. So,
Hey, I got a lot of time to think up of this stuff while I'm being digested slowly.
Yeah. Happy feet.
When I'm just stuck with this asshole.
It seems time has run out for this week at least. Join us again next week for more of this tale. These bard's tales were originally told to us around a campfire in a long-forgotten land as Descent, Journeys Through the Dark. They were adapted for this podcast by Nikolai Popsky. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. The cast of Plummet are Nikolai, Daniel, Bellery, Amy, AJ, John, Squid, and Ash, with additional content by Dragon. If you would like your own high fantasy dice, then journey to dndice.co.uk and use our name Penance RPG at the checkout for a 5% discount of your order. For what is a hero without shiny loot? As for us, we are but meager bards. If you would care to support our tales, you can buy us a grog or two, or Ko-Fi, as it is known in your parts, at ko-fi.com/penancerpg. If you would like to support us in future efforts, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/penancerpg. Farewell and good night, dear listeners, and remember that time will turn again soon. It's only a game, isn't it?
I had someone in last week called Mr. Tickle.
did he reach behind the bar and give you a tickle?
I wish. It's been a long time since I've had human contact.
One day your prince will come, Bellery.
One day.
Sure.
When did I become a Disney princess?
You could be a... What number Disney princess are we on now?
I don't know. They're numbered?
Yeah, apparently.
We've had so far, we've had what? We've had Ariel.
You've got the
Pocahontas.
traditional ones, which is Ariel, Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty.
That chick from...
Mulan,
That chick from...
Frozen,
what do you call it?
Belle.
Belle.
What was it though? The Princess and the Frog Princess.
Oh, Tulani.
Tiana.
Her.
Tiana.
Is it Tiana? I thought it was Tulani.
Because
Yeah.
I quite like the soundtrack from that film, and I like the villain, and that's all I remember from that film.
I've never seen that film all the way through. I've tried several times to watch it, and something always happens that means I can't watch it.
That's a
The
good
last
sound.
time I tried to watch it, there was a fire. So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe just don't try it.
Yeah, I
Sounds
think you
awfully
could.
dangerous.
It's just one of those films. I have bad luck with several films that something just keeps happening every time I try and watch them.
Same with Firefly, that's why you hate it, because you've never...
Oh no, I tried watching Firefly. The problem with Firefly last time was it encouraged a group of people to enthusiastically want to watch it with me, and then they ended up all watching it and I left.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's my only
That's-
experience of watching Firefly properly. I just like, fuck this.
Is it the series or the movie?
No, it was a series. I
Series.
sat down to watch it, and literally I was watching Susan down in Shipley when I was down visiting one time, and literally one of her flatmates stood by me, "Oh, you're watching Firefly? Let me get some stuff, I'll watch it with you." And you're like, oh okay. And then people would come back one at a time and go, "Firefly!" And then enthusiastically go and like drop their stuff off, grab stuff and come back and watch it, and I'm just like, I'm now 2 episodes in, and I've had people like enthusiastically go, "This is amazing." I don't get it. And then when I think it was the 5th person got really excited by it, I left and went upstairs and lay down. Starting with Belry.
Hey, it's me, Donny Pockets. I've been stuffed into this gross head.
Oh, please don't call my head gross. Please, no.
What do they give you a
This is
mental
me
condition
buying-
having to do this character?
Yeah, this is me buying time trying to figure out. So instead of trying to come with I'm going to tell you about the time
Oh,
that I had a shower with my ex. And so we're having a shower and it was all going well. It was all going really well. And then I farted. Like, I really needed to fart, like, through the whole thing. I was like, I can just squeeze it out and she won't notice. And I squeezed it out, she didn't hear, until, like, she smelled it, and then everything was ruined. That's my story about showering with a friend.
Can you answer the question?
No, I'm still stalling for time.
Remember, it's fictional character.
I'm trying so hard
but
not to
there's-
stop laughing.
There's a great many fictional characters. Like, well, what's the criteria for deciding what would be the best one? Is it
Your own
something-
personal
would it be
opinion, Barry?
someone who I might find attractive and wish to do further things in the shower? Is it someone who I might think would fulfill the role of a towel effectively? Or
You could have
perhaps
Towley if you very much wanted, Barry.
someone who would be nicely scented and therefore...
Shall I tell you AJ's answer while you delay?
No, because I know it's Chewbacca.
I know, but they don't know and they're listening.
Wow.
Let's start that again. Shall I tell you AJ's answer while you're stalling, Barry?
Yes.
Okay. AJ is not with us this week because he's still doing uni work. When I asked him his response, he replied with, and I quote, "I'll go with Chewbacca. He's taller than me, and if I have a bad day, he can just give me a shower cuddle and let me know everything's going to be okay."
Oh.
Oh.
Feels like he's been watching the movie Solo.
Yeah, he did link that video after that.
So
yes, that's
I,
AJ's answer, so we return now
I
to
have
Barry.
I have stalled sufficiently to come up with an answer.
Good.
I would say Rapunzel, because Rapunzel has a lot of hair. And so
Right.
she's probably really good at doing that thing that girls can do, where they wrap the hair in a towel, and I've never been able to figure it out despite having long hair. And so maybe she can teach us how to do that towel thing.
I don't know if she's going to have a towel big enough to wrap all her hair.
That might be hard, yeah.
Also,
That
next
added
time I see you, I'll teach you how to do it.
Do you know what the sad part is? Like, quite a few people have taught us how to do it, I just don't know how to do it, it never works.
Right.
So,
Many have tried, all
How
have
many-
failed.
how many towels do you think it would take Rapunzel to wrap up all her hair?
Well, again, that depends on the size of the towel. Are we talking like a beach towel, a children's
She
towel,
would
a
need several
bath
bath
towel,
sheets, I imagine.
a hand towel, a tea towel?
Bath
Seriously
sheets.
underestimate how much hair this girl has.
Yes, or a
I think she
Rapunzel
would need
towel.
several bath sheets, Barry.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. But because of the added difficulty, she's probably really good at it.
Well, you just have to look at the movie. She hangs it up in, like, the rafters of the house, does she not?
Something like
So
that.
it's
Yes.
self-drying.
Tangled was surprisingly good.
Yes. Disney horses for the win. It's a
Yeah, that
return.
horse. That horse is amazing.
Yep.
Really.
It,
love it.
it reminded me of Pegasus and from Hercules, which is
Yeah.
also one of their best movies.
Pegasus is the
Exactly.
best movie horse.
He's so
But
funny.
I take it she would probably use an industrial fan to dry her hair.
Just
Even
have to be
that
really
might not have
careful.
enough.
Any
When-
fictional lady who is capable of doing the hair thing. There
Does
we
it
go.
have to be a lady, Barry?
Well, I'd rather shower with a lady than a man, for
Alright,
preference. If
So-
I've got the option.
So we trundle enthusiastically towards Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Frankie. He's our human disciple. And I'm sorry, my head has just immediately gone to the gutter because it would be Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones because Indy. Sorry, Harrison Ford as Indy.
I was going to say Harrison Ford isn't a fictional character.
No, but
In the immortal youth of Indiana Jones.
the immortal youth of Indiana Jones, because that would be kick-ass fun.
But then wouldn't it be weird? Right, because what if from this, like, impure and not very Christian shower, like, a relationship
Certainly
developed,
not.
and then, like,
What do you...
40 years from now, when you're, like, however old you'll be 40 years from now, and Indiana Jones is still, like, 30 because he's in this immortal youth period. Like, that'd be really weird.
I thought you were going to be more worried in case, something happens and then she ends up giving birth to Shia LaBeouf.
Oh god, no.
Oh god, yeah, Shia LaBeouf's Indiana Jones' kid, isn't he?
Oh no, but What's-Her-Face already exists, so that's already happened, so I'm not involved in that.
Wait, not if you
Could you
go
live
for,
with
like...
yourself if you gave birth to Shia LaBeouf?
Hell no.
Also, your dad would be Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's also cool.
So you've now moved on from showering just in sort of innocent thing to now fucking and marrying and with kids.
Well,
Brilliant.
not maybe really not marrying kids, but like definitely running away with.
Yeah. Have we invented a new game, Fuck, Marry, Shower?
Fuck, marry, shower. Yeah, okay, we'll try that next time. Leonidas?
Hello, I'm playing Stu Nicolanin, or Stunnin for short. A human skirmisher. And yeah, I would probably take a shower with the Flash because he will be really, really fast, and then I could have the shower all to myself.
Fair enough. And finally, Ash.
Hello, I am Whispers in the Gloaming, Tabaxi Shadow Walker, and if I had to choose a fictional character to shower with, I'd probably pick God, because that way you get the temperature of the water exactly right.
Shots fired, though. Jesus.
Oh, wow, yes. And yeah, you can't broadcast that now, can you?
Of course you
I'm
can.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but...
That was awesome.
Open the gates and kick them all through.